Hello and welcome to day 46 of the Anytime series. And today we're going to build something interesting, QuizBot. So if you are a student or if you are preparing for any exams, then this could be of help to you. This is a fun way of learning things while you chat with chatbot. We'll create a list of questions, put it in Google Sheets, and the bot will keep asking you one question at a time. Basis your answer, it will create a log along with whether it is correct or wrong. And then you can stop it whenever you want. So let's get started. So to begin with, let's go to chat trigger because that's what we are going to start with. And then we need AI agent. And here we're going to add a system message. And that's going to be as follows. You are a QuizBot AI agent that asks multiple choice questions and evaluates answers. Task: you manage a quiz for students. To start the quiz, the user must type in /quiz. Each time the user types next, you select a random question from the quiz sheet. Each question has 4 options A, B, C, D. When the user selects or types an answer, you check if it is correct, give feedback. Also keep track of the number of questions answered correctly using log sheet. When the user sends a message stop, delete all the rows in the log sheet by using delete log. When using the get log, check the output and remove duplicates. Okay, so we've added some constraints, we have added some tools, and for that let's head back and let's connect the chat model. We could use Gemini 2.5 flash. Let's use the memory, simple memory, and we could make this 20, 40, 50, whatever we would like. Tools, we need to connect Google Sheets. So you can see the operation is get rows, and we're going to get it from one of the sheets, which is quiz. Let's search for it. So here it is, and this is going to be sheet 1. Okay, so let's quickly check this, and you can see here sheet 1 has a few questions. Of course, we can add endless list of questions here. Let's come back. This is the first sheet. This is the first tool, and let's call this as quiz sheet. Okay, now we'll add the next tool, which is again going to be sheets. This is now called log sheet, and operation is going to be append row. Document is the same, quiz, and sheet is going to be log. Okay, so we'll have this question, answers, and correct answer. This will be defined by model. Okay, this is the second that we have. Let's add one more. Again, sheets. This is going to be get log. This is going to be get log. And we have get rows, which is correct. And this time the document is going to be quiz. Okay, quiz. And the sheet is going to be log. Okay, now this is get log. We need delete log, and this is going to be delete rows. This will be same quiz. This is going to be log. Rows, start row number will be 2. Number of rows to delete will be defined by the model. Okay. One of the other things that we have to do is this sheet is not accessible to this account, so we have to change this to Sam. Okay, in all of the things. Let me just quickly do that. Okay, once this is done, we have to respond back, which should ideally work without any further note. Let's click on save, and let me send /quiz. Now this has got triggered. Now let me run this one. So you can see the output. Hello, welcome to the quiz. Type next to get your first question. Okay. It's not going back as a response. So let's add the field response mode, right? When the last node finishes. Okay, so whenever the last node is finished, that's when we are responding back. So let's click on save and let's send quiz. Hello, welcome to the quiz. Type next to get the first question. Next. So you can see here it says question. What is the largest ocean on Earth? Atlantic, Indian, Arctic or Pacific? I don't know the answer. And let me answer it as D. Let's see what it says. That's correct. Well done. Type next for the next question. Alright, next. It asks me, which planet is known as the red planet? Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn. I think it's Mars. Let me answer as A. Okay, that's correct. Well done. Type next. For the next question, I'll type next. What element has the chemical symbol O? Right, so that's oxygen. But let me put it as C. That's incorrect. The correct answer was B, oxygen. Right? So if we go to quiz and go to log, you can see that these three have got entered here. Okay, the questions, the answered ones, and the correct answer. Okay. Now, if I ask how many right questions did I answer, or how many questions did I answer right? So you have answered 2 questions correctly so far, right? So that's right. And now if I want to stop it, I can just click on stop and it should call the delete log here. And that's all. You can see this is all gone, right? Now, of course, you don't have to come to chat node and do this. You could also do this with WhatsApp based trigger, right? So if you go to WhatsApp Business Cloud, send message, you could do this with this. Okay, not over here, but here. You would also do this using Telegram. Send a message, send a text message. Again, not over here, but this becomes the trigger. Of course, there are some additional steps that you have to do because AI agent would be expecting JSON.text input, which is coming only for text input. Okay, so you'll have to add edit field, make it as message, and then send that over here. And response back should also have 3 directions basis the branch. We have already done something like this before, so please watch that video to understand how you can have multiple triggers. Not just that, you could use OpenAI Assistant to put in your PDF file and make the AI ask its own questions, okay, with the options so that you can answer it. You don't have to fill in the sheet with your quiz questions or answers like this. You could also use OpenAI's Assistant where you feed in the PDF and then it runs, right? So that could also be done. And that's how you build a quiz bot, where the bot keeps on asking you questions and you keep answering it. It keeps a log of all the questions that it has asked and whether you answered it correctly or not. You can refine it further, like I mentioned, using OpenAI's Assistant, so that you can just upload some file and it keeps asking you questions basis that. You can also refine the prompt so that you don't have to type in next every time, and it gives you feedback on the previous question and asks you the next question as well. So please give it a try and also share with our community as to how you are using QuizBot in your use case. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.